This is Tom Fox. I live in the Texas Hill Country. On Friday, July 4th, Kirk County saw the worst flooding it has ever seen. At this point, as I'm recording this podcast, nearly 70 people have been found dead, and there are many, many more people still missing. I'm going to ask you to please consider a donation to the Hill Country Flood Relief Fund. I've listed it in the show notes. I know it's a little bit unusual to make this request, but I can't tell you the tragedy that has unfolded in my home county over the 4th of July weekend. Thank you for your consideration. And now, on to the Daily Compliance News. The Daily Compliance News for July 17, 2025, the COSO Yanked edition. And we begin with that story. Comes to us from our good friend Matt Kelly at Radical Compliance, who reports that COSO has yanked its corporate governance draft. It did so with an announcement which said the draft has been withdrawn from public comment as the decision made in collaboration with the NACD comes at a time of shifting regulatory and economic landscapes for U.S. businesses. I wonder when they figured that part out. COSO chairman had no further comment beyond this prepared statement. So you have to wonder what the heck is going on with COSO. It's not like they didn't know there was a big, beautiful bill coming. Next up from the BBC, Samsung boss Lee Jae-young has been cleared by the South Korean top court of fraud charges, concluding a multi-year legal battle over the 2015 merger. The son of the founder and the head of the company since 2014 had been accused of using stock and accounting fraud to try to gain control of the company. The Supreme Court upheld a not guilty verdict, which came in two separate trials. Next up from the Wall Street Journal, Maureen Comey, who prosecuted Ghislaine Maxwell, the former friend of Jeffrey Epstein, has been fired by the Justice Department. She also worked on the Diddy case, which was pretty much a disaster for the DOJ. But the Maxwell prosecution was a big success. So you have to wonder what is about to happen in that case. Is President Trump going to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell? If he does, will there be fallout, if any? There'll be fallout, but what that fallout might be. She's also the daughter of James Comey, so perhaps they're firing the daughter for the sins of the father. This is the Trump administration, after all. Our final story comes to us from The Guardian, which reports that the Foreign Office in the United Kingdom will dispatch the UK's anti-corruption champion, Margaret Hodge, to the British Virgin Islands to find out why the offshore haven is dragging its feet on proposals designed to fight financial crime. Several of Britain's semi-autonomous overseas territories missed deadlines last month to implement a new register of corporate ownership, and BVI, well known as a haven for offshore companies, apparently is not even close to fulfilling their obligations. A couple of the other countries involved here, Bermuda and Anguilla, have indicated they're very close to being ready. BVI, however, seems, for whatever reason, is not meeting its obligations to hit this deadline. So perhaps this will get things moving, although BVI has been able to avoid moving forward for a long, long time and apparently will continue to do so. Over the July 4th weekend, we had perhaps the worst tragedy to ever hit my home county in its history over this weekend, and myself and my family are fine, but multiple others who lost loved ones, lost family members, are obviously not fine. So if you can find your way to help with any donation, I would greatly appreciate it. This is Tom Fox. Thank you very much. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.